Okay, so let's talk about another monster record you had for a second. T-Pain, buy you a drink.
Yeah.
Arguably, probably the biggest record that you have ever been a part of. Record to this day got something like 500 million views on Spotify, and when the record dropped, I don't even think Spotify existed.
Nah,
so
definitely.
that record is crazy. How'd that record come about?
You know, I told this story a few times. I never told it like on a platform for the masses. I always tell it to people individually because, you know, it'd be always story time with Jock. If you know me, you know I tell stories and shit. Not lies, I'm saying I'm a storyteller. And and I never wanted to make this shit public, but I'm doing it today. Fuck it. We open the floodgates on any and every fucking thing. So we at the antebellum? We in Dallas, okay? We at this fucking hotel. Is it the antebellum or some shit like that? Anyway, so we about to go do this big ass car show. Maya, Young Jock, T-Pain, BG. Shit was like lit. The rundown was crazy. It was like, I was like, this shit finna be lit. This nigga T-Pain was like, oh God, I wanna meet Lil Flip. I'm his biggest fan. I'm like, really? Oh. I'm like, I fuck with Flip. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know him and Tip had their little shit, I don't give a fuck about nobody else shit. I liked Flip. You know what I'm saying? Flip was cool with me. Like, we didn't hang out, but I personally liked Flip. You know what I'm saying? I loved T.I., but I liked Flip. You know what I'm saying? So BG come down, T-Pain like, hey, shit, BG. Wah. You know, he out show love, right? He leave. The nigga Flip come down like, Flip. That nigga like, cha, what's up? What it do, baby? I'm like, shit, what's up, my boy? We talking, boo, 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 boo. Nigga T-Pain, Pain gonna hate me for this. Pain was like, put it there. And that nigga Flip was like, yeah. So I was like, oh. It's just like this Pain, like on some, Pain was excited, like he was a fan of Flip. Like he was like, nigga, I've been wanting to meet this nigga. Put it there. You know, like on some white boy shit. Hey, put it there, chum. Like Flip wasn't feeling none of that. Flip was like, nigga. And walked off. So I was like, damn. So that shit hurt Pain feelings a lot of bit. Not a little bit, a lot of bit. We go do the show. Pain come back, he like, man, that shit really fucked me up with Flip. I was like, man, fuck that shit, man. Let's go get something to drink. He was like, man. I was like, nigga, drinks on me, nigga. I'm buying all the shots. And he was like, for real? He's like, man, I knew I fucked with you for real. You a real nigga, man. You a real nigga. You going places. He was just talking shit. I go to the bar, get all them niggas drunk. We have a good ass time, right? We off tour, because we was on all kind of tours. I was on T.I. tour at the same time. I was on a Bow Wow tour at the same time. I was on a bunch of tours at one time. And when we finally got finished, T-Pain said, hey man, I need to talk to you. I got this song. He kept pulling up to the studio. Then everybody said, man, this nigga done pulled up to the studio. This nigga is up here waiting on you. They like, do you owe this man some money? I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? They said, this nigga will not leave. This nigga said he not leaving till you get here, and I think he for real. So I'm like, what? So when I pull up, I see this pretty ass donk outside. I'm like, this nigga is here, okay. So I go and he like, look, Jock, I gotta tell you something. Okay, so he had put, damn, what's my boy name? From Atlanta, was writing for a bunch of people. Stat Quo.
Okay.
So Stat Quo was on goddamn Buy You a Drink. And he was like, and that nigga Stat Quo, he sounded fucking good. When I heard the record, I was like, oh shit, nigga got a good ass record. When he played that motherfucker, I was like, whoo. Soon as he played, it took everything getting me to not fan out on that shit. Cause I was like, oh my God, I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay, that shit not hard. So I had to keep my composure because I was just had to hit with pain. That nigga started singing, I was like, this out of here. He said, yeah, Stat, that's my nigga, I love him. That's like my brother, but you know, that time we was in Dallas, man, he like, how can I make a song called Buy You a Drink? And you probably the only nigga ever bought me a drink. Pause. I was like, you silly. He's like, you remember that shit? I'm like, yeah, I remember. That shit just happened not that long ago. It was like, by then it was like 8 months later. He was like, yeah, man, you know, I was hurt about that shit. And you came and you got me all my niggas drunk. He's like, how could I not help a nigga like this? And he was like, and respectfully, I ain't saying nothing that can't be repeated to none of these niggas' face. Payne said, Jock, I need you to help me get back on. But in my mind, I'm like, nigga, you T-Pain. You got the love with a stripper, you and that booty with Candy. I'm like, nigga, you popping. But in his mind, he like, nah, I ain't where I supposed to be. I got more in me. I'm just like, nigga, I do it. Did the verse. Myth hits, hit me. Yep. Like, Jock, we got the verse. We're gonna check it out, call you back. Nigga pulled back up to the studio like, yo, that ain't it. Excuse me? He like, yeah, you rapping. We don't want you to rap on it. I'm like, well, what the fuck you want me to do? He like, we want you to do that jock shit, that lazy rap, pimp shit. He like, use the it's going down voice. I was like, oh. So that's why when the first one, won't you meet me at the bar? Cause I meet me. So I just did that shit. True story. Again, Greg Street champion some shit. I sent the record off. No, he waited for me to finish the verse. When he got the shit, he took that shit right to Greg Street at V103. And I think he took it to him that night, and I never stopped hearing that record after that.
Who's he? Who took it? Who took it over?
Memphis took that shit to Greg Street. And I never stopped hearing that record after that. And Block was like, oh no, I don't like that shit. I don't think I'm gonna clear it. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck you mean you gonna clear it? I ain't gonna clear it. I don't like it. I ain't gonna clear it. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a fucking hit. So then all the girls in the studio like, Block, you tripping. Now they got them is like, nigga, you tripping. Nigga, this is the biggest record of the year. And it turned out to be just that.
Record was a hit, man.
Yep.
I mean, a certified hit from day one. I remember when I first heard that record. Damn. Okay.
I be misunderstood a lot. I guess because a lot of times I don't share my. I don't be as transparent as. I should say when I was real active in the music industry, I wasn't as transparent with what was going on around me or within me, and I think that's why when the people able to see me on TV, they kind of like, damn, I didn't know this nigga was this, like. This ball of life, this funny, this silly, or this emotional, because I kept all that shit balled up. That's why a lot of niggas have never heard these stories. The world, people like close to me have heard these stories, but the world never heard these stories.
Do you miss not being as close to the music side of the game?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all. Not at all.
You've been doing music for most of your life.
Right.
It ain't no part of you when a beat come on, you like, damn, I would have did it this way. I'd have flipped it.
Of course, that's human nature. Me to hear something and critique it and feel like I can make it better, or I'd have made it this, or I'd have been creative on this end. But when it comes to the music business, man, it's just so cutthroat and shiesty, man. And I hate fake shit. I hate like when a nigga could supposed to be your brother, but you quote unquote put me on a shelf type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with me giving somebody my money, they capping me and gaslighting me like, yo, I'm gonna spend it, and then you don't. I don't fuck with niggas one day we fucking with each other, we on a record today, but then because I ain't got a record out in the last 6 months, I can't get you on the phone no more. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with the dick riding shit. I just don't. So to be honest with you, when we get to that part, I'ma share what made certain things take place with me.
Got you.